here to the marriage, to the wedding of Narelle and Zander. This is an incredibly special day. I don't think I need to tell any of you guys that. The positivity, the enthusiasm, the love that these two people have for each other is undeniable and shines through pretty much anything. Just this morning, I was having a conversation with Narelle, actually over a text message, and she was saying yesterday how, oh God, you know, it would be pretty nice if it were nice tomorrow, if it were warm. But then this morning she says, you know what? This is even better. This is even better because every single time it rains from here on out, we will remember our union and we will remember our love. So the end message is, regardless of what happens, these two people love each other to death, and will always be remembering that from here on out. So thank you so much for coming. This is a beautiful day. And I've got the sermon here on not the sermon, but the rest of that, some of the text on the phone. So first, and this is probably the only thing that I think is traditional about this whole marriage, is we've got a bit of an opening prayer, and a reading that I'm going to do really quick, which is actually, believe it or not, from the Bible, which is a book from way back.
It's an old book. It's an old book, guys. Yeah.
That's all right. Go for it.
And this is actually 1 Corinthians, which is also probably the only thing traditional I think about this whole wedding, which is really very much Zander and Narelle, and I hope you'll sort of see the love that shines through. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy, it can fathom all the mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship, that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always preserves. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even if I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of all of them is love. So once again, thank you so much everyone for coming out. My name is Jacob. I'm conducting the wedding here. The word's already obvious. I met Zander and Narelle, as I know them, probably a few years back, and what was evident from the very beginning is they were both incredibly different, kind of weird even. But what was also evident is this bond that they had to each other from the very, very beginning, when Zander was actually painting Narelle pretty much naked. They looked in each other's eyes, and there was something about it. Something about that look. It was, you know, like the Montagues and the Capulets, just looking at each other, nobody else is in the room. It was like that from the very beginning. They commented on, had a quick little argument about a stone that the other one was wearing, and off they went. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think your first date was like the next day or two, and they've been pretty much inseparable from there on out. I met Zander and Narelle literally right about 200 meters down that way, I was running by, and they brought me aside and said, "Hey, can we talk to you real quick?" And what was so exciting right from the beginning was their level of enthusiasm. Not just for each other, but for life in general. The very first time I met them, they were talking about how everything is art. Everything is beautiful. And it was so evidently clear that they also thought that about each other. You watch Narelle look at Zander, and it's this kind of almost envy. It's this kind of just love that conquers all. I am so appreciative to have you by my side, and I never want to leave. You look at the way that Zander looks at Narelle, and you see the same thing. There's no doubt that I think Narelle keeps Zander grounded. There's no doubt I think that Zander is an eccentric dude. And the compliment, and the way these two complement each other, I think really brings out what we all want in life. You don't just want someone that likes the same movies as you. You don't want just someone who also likes pizza and you happen to like pizza. You want a partner in life. You want someone that you can talk things through even when you're older. And you want someone who can enjoy the most beautiful of days and days where it's a little bit cold and rainy. Every single time that I have been around these two, they've been able to enjoy each other. And I have no doubt in my mind that from here on out, year after year, and they will be getting married on this day, year after year, it'll be the same thing. 50 years from now, 60 years from now, 80 years from now. So I'm so happy that you guys can all be here. It's wonderful to be in the company of family and friends for these two. And it's perfect that you can all wish them out with a hell of a long train with a bunch of incense. A dress that is undoubtedly a gift. Here we go with the series one. Questions of intent. Jacob Alexander Figueroa, do you take Mary Narelle Jackson to be your wedded wife, to love and cherish her in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, in hardship and in ease, to stand by her hand in hand, facing the world, so long as you both shall live? Mary Narelle Jackson, do you take Jacob Alexander Figueroa to be your wedded husband, to love and cherish him in sickness and in health, in joy and in sorrow, in hardship and in ease, to stand by him hand in hand facing the world, so long as you both shall live? A wedding ring is a symbol of unity, a circle unbroken, without beginning or end. And today, Narelle and Zander give and receive these rings as confirmations of their vows to join their lives, to work at all times to create a life that is whole and unbroken, and to love each other without end. May the Lord, all the energy in the universe, and whatever else you believe in, bless these rings, which you give to each other as the sign of love and fidelity. Now, I don't think it should come of any surprise to anybody that they're not going to read the regular vows. They've got the rings.
Please excuse me, I wrote a short novel. Just kidding. knotpiece around your neck before you knew it was there. I knew there was something about you that would change my world forever. I was scared, admittedly, afraid to water the seed, because I knew my life would never be the same. When you feel such drastic changes approaching, it can be a little frightening. But instead, I chose to put faith in fate, and I explored my inherently strong connection with you. It's true, it was more like we were old friends that were catching up, rather than meeting for the first time. I knew I found a special treasure I never knew I was missing. I couldn't imagine finding or reuniting in my wildest dreams. When we met, there was but a flame within me, but soon an invincible fire grew. It helped me to discover parts of myself I couldn't see, inspired and encouraged me, motivated me, and put so much faith in me that like a fever it consumed me, in the best possible way. You awoke hidden pathways in me, unlocked chambers in my heart and soul, just by being near me. My intuition strengthened, all of my strengths were reinforced, and my weaknesses became less inhibiting. I was truly discovering myself in you and with you. I've never had a realer friend than you, and I have been blessed with some amazing friends, some who have traveled a very long way to be here today. Thank you. You've always been open and honest with me, even if it means that it's something I don't want to hear about myself or you or anything, but I've always admired that in you. You always have the best of intentions, and you've truly helped me through so many obstacles. Even in times of deepest despair, while homeless and nearly starving, you've always done everything and more to be sure I am safe. And together with our hard work and diligent determination, supported by our love for each other, we've turned a new page and truly found the sunshine after the storm. I could not be more confident in our union. We've already been through, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health. I know we'll make it through anything. I'm honored to have you in my life as my partner, and I promise to always stand by you and support you in every waking moment.
Did a more digital version.
She's gonna do the ring in your finger.
It's a nice contrast.
All right, Darrell,
Okay.
place the ring on Zander's finger. Please look at him. Repeat after me. I, Mary Darrell Jackson,
I, Mary Norell Jackson,
take you, Jacob Alexander Figueroa,
take you, Jacob Alexander,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my partner in life,
my partner in life,
my one true love.
my one true love.
I will cherish our union,
I will cherish our union,
love you more each day
love you more each day
than I did the day before.
than I did the day before.
I will trust you and respect you,
I will trust you and respect you,
laugh with you and cry with you,
laugh with you and cry with you,
loving you faithfully through good times and bad,
loving you faithfully through good times and bad,
regardless of the obstacles we may face together.
regardless of the obstacles we may face together.
I give you my hand,
I give you my heart,
and my love.
and my love.
This day forward,
This day forward,
as long as we both shall live.
and as long as we both shall live.
Everyone's probably wondering why November 11th. I actually proposed to her on 11/11 of 2011, so it has a lot of significance. And every year on this day, until we're dead, we're gonna get married again and again and again and again, just over and over. So, yeah. have shown me places inside myself I didn't know could exist. I've crafted your dress out of paper because it reminds me of many aspects of you. Paper comes from trees and gives us oxygen to breathe, much like your support and affection. Trees absorb the carbon monoxide and convert it to the air we breathe. In many ways you do this without really knowing how, or that perhaps even that you do. Paper is also the basis of writing. How many letters sent overseas that shared stories, tragedies, and triumphs. Paper is the medium of transcribing the love and explaining our inner thoughts, our inner self, and our self-transformations. It has been a transformation for many years. It comes in books. The knowledge you have rekindled in my soul is much like that, picking up a book, diving into the depths of its content, and forever being changed. It holds true power, intellectual, spiritual, and has changed many lives. I like to think that it is vital to the shamanic lifestyle. It is the storyboard to thoughts and refines how we are able to articulate our soul. You are like that then, Mary Neural Jackson. You do all that and more with your ever-burning spirit, with unwillingness to give up what you believe in. You have triumphed where most would fall. You have succeeded where many will not even tread. You have fought for love, and you have shared the true power of life. One cannot really experience life or living without sharing. You are my book that I read, and it never ends. Each day a new page, new memory, a new chapter, a new legacy between us. Destiny is a big word, and I know that we are the balance of each other. Carefully crafted in the stars, our souls were destined to not only find each other, but to burn brighter together, share light wherever we might stand, dance, sing, paint, photograph, write, and love. It is our destiny to live our lives with the belief that it is not meaningless, but we change those around us, starting with each other. You have reminded me of strength, courage, honor, and yielding to darkness, hatred, and fear. Some may mock the romantic belief in faith, but that is why I'm here. Love is a bit like faith, and today I stand, but I actually am. I stand here promising to keep you safe and protect you until my death. I promise to care for you and cherish and respect you. I promise above all else to express my love to you as much as I can and as often as I can. Wow, I'm really nervous, I'm shaking. The stars above us are and friends before us as witness.
Zander, place the ring on Darrell's fingers. Please look at her again. I, Jacob Alexander Figueroa, take you, Mary Will Jackson. Take you, Mary Will Jackson. Wife. Be my wife. My husband. Life. Partner. I will truly cherish our union. Love you all each day, night and day. I will trust you in your safety. Loving you faithfully. Regardless of the obstacles we may face together. I give you my hand. I never abandon you. From this day forward, Zander and Narelle, with the support of your loved ones, by the vows you have made to one another, by the strength of this covenant, and in the presence of the whole world, I now pronounce you man and wife. Jacob Alexander Figueroa, you may kiss your beautiful bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor and privilege to present to you for the very, very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Figueroa. All right.
Thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you for coming. I know you're probably all freezing, so we should go somewhere and get warm.
Where do we want to go?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.